Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. I'm going to be talking about a topic that is very close to my heart, which is how to overcome fears. And in my life, I'm obsessed with thinking about how to push my limits because it helped me to grow as a person. So, first of all, fear is essentially a natural thing, right? It's designed to keep us safe. Think back when you were a child, you see a fire, you touch the fire, you get burned, and then from then on, you're scared of getting burned. So it's something to keep us safe, and it's very natural. But at the same time, when you have too much fear, it paralyzes you and it prevents you from living a full life. And as we know, the number one regret that people have before they die is not being able to live the life that they wanted to because they were too scared. They were scared of what society would think. They were scared of failure. They were scared of getting hurt. So that's the last thing I want for myself. It's the last thing I want for the people. So that's why I'm doing this video. Now, and especially in this day and age, to show fear is to show weakness. Society wants you to be strong, especially if you're a guy. You can never show fear, right? But this is actually kind of not true. So for me, there are 3 steps of managing fear. The first step is to acknowledge fear. Acknowledge it, because like I said, fear is a natural reaction, kind of like when you are a baby or when you see a little baby, and she's growing some teeth and it's painful, right? So it is painful, but it's a natural thing. So the best thing to do is observe it, know why it happened, learn how to deal with it. Same thing with fear. It's a natural reaction. But society expects you to be really strong. And so oftentimes is that you don't want to show any fear, because you think it's weakness. So let me give you an example. A friend come by and said, "Hey Lily, this weekend, let's go for a motorbike trip. We can motorbike around for 2 days, some really nice places up and down the mountain." And you said, "Well, I'm actually really busy. But in fact, you might feel scared. And then you look for other reasons to say that you don't want to do it. Now, if you're truly busy, that's fine. You don't have to go. But if you don't go because you're scared and you find some other reason, then you're just fooling yourself. Right? So it's really important first is to watch your body, is to watch your gut instinct, is to watch your language. If you're using words like, it's dangerous, I'm scared, my concern is, I worry about, then it's all a manifestation of fear. And in that case, the first thing is acknowledge. It's okay. It's like I said, it's like, you're growing some teeth. It's a natural thing. Once you acknowledge your fear, then you can assess. You can assess the benefits, right? And for me, I don't just face all fears, right? But I face fears where I can learn and grow. So like, for example, the best way to think about this is if it scared you, but make you feel excited at the same time, then you should do it, maybe. So an example is this, right? If a friend come and said, "Lily, let's go skydiving, jumping out our airplane," I would say, "No, thank you. It's not for me. I know I get no benefit out of it. I don't enjoy it. I don't need to prove to anybody. I just don't like it." Right? In that case, that's fine. But if you feel excited at the same time, like if somebody said, "Hey Lily, let's, go on an adventure to a country, like go to Iran," I would be so scared, but I would be so excited at the same time. And that would make me think, well, maybe going to Iran would help me meet new people, see a new world, learn new things. And in that case, I would much more likely to do it, right? So assess a benefit is a second step. The third step is called planning for the worst scenario. Because once you start planning, then it frees you up to really enjoy the moment. So let me give you an example on this. Reeve Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, in a book called The Startup of You, it's a very good book. He said that you should always have a plan Z. And what it means is that you should have a safety net. As an example, if you're going to start a company, right? It's very risky. And I know this for a fact. So what you would do is that you would set some money aside. You would plan for the worst case scenario. What if this company go bankrupt in 3 months, right? You set some money aside so that you at least have some money to fall back on. And then you would ask your parents, your friends, your brother and sister if you can have a place to stay for 3 months while you look for a new job. So plan for the worst case scenario will help you to kind of like enjoy the moment, and it frees you up to take more risk. Intelligent risk, not stupid risk, okay? So let me give you a personal example. I was surfing by myself, traveling and surfing by myself in the Philippines. And one morning I went out, there was no one around, there was a really big wave, and I was thinking, I'm really scared, I shouldn't go for it. But then I'm like, let's try anyway. And it hit me, and it pulled me under, and I was spinning and spinning and spinning forever. And I was so scared because like I couldn't go back up because the next wave came already. So that was not very smart because I was by myself. If I have gotten hurt and I pass out, the hotel wouldn't know who to call, right? And that was really not smart. So the next day I came back and I planned for the worst case scenario. Okay, what if I hit the rock and pass out? I bring along a instructor. So I was still really scared, but the instructor helped me to, okay, here is a wave that you can ride. Here's a wave you cannot. This is how you approach it. So that makes it a lot better. I also told the hotel, here is my, insurance company. If something happened, please call them. Here's my, sister's phone number. Call them as well. So plan for the worst case scenario. Okay. Now, I'm going to go highlight a little bit more about why you should take risk, why you should face your fears and take risk. Because some people, they're perfectly fine living an ordinary life. And if you're happy, I'm super happy for you. You don't have to do anything new as long as you're happy. But if you are feeling like you want to push and you want to try new things, then the benefits are amazing. And for me, fears allow an opportunity to truly know myself, to know, it's kind of like testing fire, testing in fire, right? You don't know what you're made of until you face some challenges. So that's the kind of person I am. So that's why I continue to push. So let me give you some example. But the benefits, if you dare to face your fears, are so incredible. It's kind of like, think like this. There's a comfort zone. There's a circle. And at the heart of the circle, all the things that you're very comfortable with. Like if your English is really good, then English is in your comfort zone. If you play the piano, then that's in your comfort zone. If you don't know how to sing but you want to, then that's outside your comfort zone. So I think of the comfort zone as something flexible, something growing, like a circle like this, right? And the more that I do things that I'm scared of outside my comfort the more that my comfort zone grows, and the more I will be able to do. So that's why I push. So let me give you some concrete example. So this was at the time when I was at LinkedIn. I knew that I wanted to host an event, a marketing event, but I have very little background in marketing. But at the same time, we didn't have a marketing team for my team yet, like a person in charge of marketing yet. So I was a bit scared, but I thought, look, this is really going to benefit people. So let's just push anyway and see how it's going to do. Even if I fail, then I will learn new things. So I put on a marketing event. And I learned a lot through it, and I was really scared that no one would show up. I was really scared that it wouldn't gone well, but it gone really well, and I got like a lot new clients through this event. So don't be afraid to push. And then the second thing about like pushing my comfort zone is cycling. I started out with like zero experience in cycling, like anyone, and I wanted to push in terms of cycling because I wanted to see the world on a bicycle. There are so many places, tall mountains to climb in Europe, in Indonesia, in Chiang Mai, in Japan, amazing places to see, and I want to see on a bicycle. But if I'm too scared, then I'm not, if I'm scared to die, I'm scared to fall off a bike, I'm scared to like get hit by a car, all things that are very real, then I'm not going to be able to do this. So instead, I took some intelligent risk. I buy health insurance, I buy a good bicycle, I train hard, I go slow, I get regular tune-up for the bike, and I get lights so that people can see me. Take intelligent risk, and then the reward is just so amazing. I get to see the best thing, in the world. The next thing that I want to share is actually martial art. And this is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And when I started out, again, I was so scared because look, they are guys that are like 30 pounds heavier than me. And they're so strong. And every day I go and I would get beat up so badly. I would go home and I would have covered in bruises and I would be like, in so much pain I couldn't even sleep. And like the fears go through my head, right? What if I break my finger? What if I break my hand? All these things, right? But then I just tell myself, look, you don't try, you're never gonna know. So I continue to push and push and push, and I take some intelligent risks as well. I plan for I just go slow, I fight and I pick the right people to fight with. And so now I'm still really bad, but I'm learning so much. I'm having so much fun. So highly recommend if you ever want to try this. And here's just a picture of me surfing. This is a smaller wave, and I've gotten now into a little bigger wave, so I'm really happy with that. So that's all. Let me just go back to this. So lastly, I'm just going to close with saying that, I wish you the very, very best. And I just wish you a life where you dare to push yourself, because then you will achieve the best version of yourself and you live such a rich and rewarding life. So all the very best. Let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy your day. Bye-bye.